Hey everyone, so today on the channel, I'm going to be doing a video that I did not plan to do this week. I actually shot an entire video and then decided I didn't love it, so instead I'm going to do something else. And honestly, I'm surprised it's taken me this long to do this. I realized I haven't done a Mai Tai in this channel in a very long time, so it's about time. And today we're going to be taking a look at what some may consider the best Mai Tai, but I'll let you decide for that. Today we're going to be making Garret Richards Mai Tai. I'm Andy, this is Easy Tiki Drinks, let's do this. So once in a while, I decide to do a deep dive on a classic tiki cocktail, such as the Mai Tai or the Navy Grog. And coming across these things, you find articles. And I happened to come across a Punch article from 2019 entitled The Search for the Ultimate Mai Tai. Now that's not to be confused with Kevin Cross's website, Search for the Ultimate Mai Tai or Ultimate Mai Tai. This is something totally different. Instead, what the people at Punch, specifically Robert Simonson, who just released a book called Modern Classic Cocktails, which I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to pick up one. It's a great book for like what would be considered modern classics. So in the Tiki realm, you've got things like the Tiamia, Bitter Mai Tai, and the Ancient Mariner. Things that would have been created since 2000 forward that still fit into the realm of Tiki. I stumbled across this article, and basically it says that Robert Simonson set out to find the ultimate Mai Tai. And so he tested a bunch of different recipes, and through blind taste testing and scoring, the panel, more than Robert Simonson, actually discovered that they liked the top 3 Mai Tais, which were, in third place, Jaylani Johnson's, second place was Martin Cates, and first place was Garret Richards. So to them, the ultimate Mai Tai happened to be Garret Richards' recipe. I don't know if I agree with that. I do know it's a great Mai Tai, so we're gonna build it today. Speaking of which, let's see what we need to make this ultimate Mai Tai. Nah, I'm not gonna call it that. Let's see what we need to make Garret Richards Mai Tai. We're gonna need Denizen Merchant Reserve 8-year, Coruba Dark Jamaican Rum, Clement Shrubb, Grand Marnier, Orgeat, lime juice, and Saline Solution. Now there's one other thing in there that I didn't add, but you'll see as I make this video, another piece of equipment, well actually another ingredient that you're going to need, but most people should have it on hand, so I'm not too worried about it. Anyway, as you can see, there are a few choice selections in here, and I didn't go into my normal aged Jamaican rum categories, and I went very specific because that's what this is all about. This is about a specific Mai Tai recipe. So let's build this. I'll talk more about it. I'll talk more about the flavor profiles and what you can expect from this cocktail. Yeah, so let's just build this thing and get onto it. So grab your shaking tin, because that's what we're gonna need. In your shaking tin, you're gonna add 5 drops of 20% saline solution. Next up, you're gonna need 1 ounce or 30 milliliters of lime juice. Next up, we're gonna need 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 milliliters of Orgeat. Next up, you're gonna need 1/4 of an ounce or 7.5 milliliters of Grand Marnier. Next up, we're gonna need 1/2 an ounce or 15 milliliters of our Clement Shrubb. Next, we're gonna need 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 milliliters of our Coruba Dark Jamaican Rum. And finally, we're gonna need 1.5 ounces or 45 milliliters of our Denizen Merchant Reserve 8-year. Next up, we're gonna grab 4 cold draft cubes and add them to our shaking tin. And we're gonna marry our cocktail. And we're gonna shake for about 5 to 8 seconds. Grab a snifter glass, and then we're gonna strain in. Then we're gonna top it with pebble ice. And garnish with a mint sprig, a lime wheel, an orchid, and a Surfside sip straw. And there you have it, Garret Richards Mai Tai. Well, almost, and I'll talk about that in a second. Let's give this a try. That is such a wonderfully balanced and complex Mai Tai. You definitely get the lime, it's definitely on the tartar side, but not overly tart, it's very well balanced. The rums are front and center. That Denizen is bringing this wonderful Jamaican funk that's being paired by the Coruba Dark Jamaican Rum. Not only that, but the agricole in there, which doesn't really shine through a ton in most Mai Tais, is being uplifted by the Clement Shrubb, which has an agricole base. Then we're getting these deep, rich barrel notes from the 1/4 ounce of the Grand Marnier. And all of this is, I can pick it out individually because of the saline solution. I can see how the people over at Punch thought this might be the ultimate Mai Tai. Now before I continue, there are a few things I want to talk about. First, understand that this was voted the ultimate Mai Tai by people at Punch, which as far as a cocktail magazine goes, it's not always like the best, and some people don't agree with it, and that's fine. At the end of the day, you make a choice for yourself, but don't sell it short. Give it a try, and definitely, I mean, let's be honest, Garret Richards is no newcomer when it comes to tiki cocktails. For those of you that don't know, Garret Richards is the current beverage director over at Sunken Harbor Club in New York City, which is probably voted as one of the best tiki/modern tropical bars in the country. So if it's coming from him, you know it's probably pretty good. Let's be honest. Now, there are a few things that I did have to change in order to make this Mai Tai from what Garret does. First of all, I kind of lied to you in the beginning of this episode. I told you that there was an extra ingredient here that I didn't list. Well, that is true. Originally, the recipe calls for a spent lime shell in the bottom of the glass. You then strain over the spent lime shell and top it with pebble ice. I went to go grab my lime shell that I had saved, and unfortunately it had molded. So I didn't want to put that into the cocktail for risk of making myself sick. But I do think that that would have added a nice little lime essence to this cocktail. Not that it's missing, it just adds another depth of flavor. And secondly is the Orgeat. Now, originally Garret specs out latitude 29. I don't happen to have that, so I went with my best commercially available Orgeat that I have, which happens to be the BJ Reynolds Orgeat. Everything else in this cocktail is exactly the same way that Garret Richards does it at Sunken Harbor Club. So the rums are the same, the orange liqueurs are the same, lime juice, the saline solution, it's all the same. The only other change is the glassware. Now originally Garret, and from pictures that I've seen at Sunken Harbor Club, essentially they serve it in a footed wine glass. I just don't happen to have one, so I went with something that was the closest that I had on my bar, and that happens to be a snifter glass. Pretty close, it's just not as tall, it's not as elegant looking, I guess. But anyway, that's about it for this video. I just wanted to showcase what some people, again, some people, have deemed the ultimate Mai Tai. Now again, when it comes to anything in the cocktail industry, everybody's flavor palette is different. So that means that someone's favorite cocktail might be your least favorite cocktail, and that's okay. But I always recommend you at least give a cocktail a try, because you never know. Maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't. Either way, it's okay. So anyway, that's it for today's video. This is Garret Richards Mai Tai, almost like 90% as the way that he serves it at Sunken Harbor Club. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, click that little notification bell, go over on Instagram, follow me there at Easy Tiki Drinks, subscribe to my Patreon, I'd really appreciate the support. And until next time guys, I'm Andy, and you know the deal, take it easy.